I've never seen someone so desperate for head before.
There we go.
Josh looking in the mirror every morning.
Whoa.
Okay, Cameron. All right,
I had to.
Cody. High five Cameron in the camera.
I had to get my zinger in there, okay?
Remember when we used to sing our intros? Did you guys like that? Or did you guys fucking hate it? Welcome to another episode of Volume 1, the anime and manga podcast, where we review the first volume of a brand new manga each week. My name is Josh Magic Michaels, and today via Zoom, I'm joined by...
Oh, sorry. I was so entranced by your singing.
Always you. It's always you.
I missed it. I really did miss that. My name is Melvin.
Melvin Perrine. Yeah.
I was trying to do a Vin song. Okay, just cut it.
And
Cody Rona.
Oh my god.
If I hear this shit one more fucking time.
Yeah, we're not gonna
I need it on record as many times as possible.
We're not gonna say who gave us coronavirus, but two of us have coronavirus, hence why we're recording
and
this
it's
over Zoom.
Not my fault that we have it.
And it's not my fault that I have it either, Cody. But anyway, we have a guest today, guys. Let's try to be professional. We have a very special guest today. We did a collaboration with him and his co-hosts. He is one of the Baka Boys, which you can find their YouTube channel. I think you can go to youtube.com/Baka Boys. Is that where you can find it?
I'm pretty sure. Baka Boys Podcast, I think.
Baka Boys Podcast. I'll link to the channel in the description down below. But today we are joined by none other than Cameron at Yikes Back Out on Twitter.
Yeah.
Make some noise for Cameron, guys. Make some noise.
Hello, everyone. What is up? Thank you for having me, everyone.
Thank you for being here, dude. This is a first for us. We've been seeing a lot of each other recently, and I gotta say, dude, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of all of you.
Hey, Josh, you don't have to tell me that. You know, we got a connection. We got a connection, all right?
I feel it, dude. I feel it.
The only thing that's stopping me from booking a flight coming down there is you got coronavirus, and I don't need all that. So,
you're right. Yeah, you're right. That's a great point.
But as soon as you get over it, it's like on site. I'm buying it up right there.
Speed dial, fucking putting that shit up.
Cameron's joining us. Go ahead. What are you gonna say, Cody? You stepped on my.
Here we go again. Oh my god.
No. Say a little speech.
It's not a speech. I was just gonna say, Cameron. One of the things I learned about Cameron when we were doing our collab is that he's a huge fan of Vinland Saga, and we've been wanting to review Vinland Saga for quite some time now. But this is a perfect excuse to do it because we have someone who's not only read the entirety of the manga, but also wherever the anime is at now, you're caught up, right?
Yes, I would say the whole manga. I stopped like halfway through the second arc.
Oh, gotcha.
But I've read past the first volume, and I've read past where the anime ended, so I can talk about this episode. You know,
I'm excited, dude. I'm excited because I read this series today and yesterday, and without spoiling too much, dude. I mean, this might be one of my favorite things of all time.
Bro, it's so good. And just wait until you get arc 2. Just wait until you get arc 2, bro.
It's so epic. But give us a synopsis real quick. Give us your synopsis, because synopses are always a little spoilery, but I'm curious.
Spoiler free? Like spoiler free?
Yeah, semi. I mean, you know what? Whatever's in your heart. Say whatever's in your heart.
All right. Let's try to keep this. Young man leaves home on a revenge trip, loses himself to his own badness, pretty much.
That's pretty good, dude.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Let's see if the official synopsis is any better or worse. The story combines a dramatization of King Kunt I do not think I'm saying that right.
Whoa.
Whoa, bro, that was too
we're gonna have to
close.
bleep that out.
That was too close.
The Greats' historic rise to power with a revenge plot centered on the historical explorer Thorfinn, the son of a murdered ex-warrior. That's pretty much it on the official synopsis.
Really? I mean, well, if that's the case, I should have just spoiled. Should have just
Right?
spoiled what happened.
Dude, all
This
these
is
synopses
this
spoil
is the
everything.
game.
Yeah.
It's the risk of the game.
Honestly,
Yeah.
the gambit.
Damn it.
I think the series, for me at least, I think it holds a lot, in my opinion. To me, it's very near and dear to my heart. Not because I'm some like war criminal or I love killing people, but like I read this before the anime came out, like a long time before it came out, like at least 2 years before it came out. And when it got an anime adaptation, I was like so hyped about it. And also, the animation was by Wiz Studios, so it was really good animation, and they followed it like heart for heart, like what the manga was. It's a very good adaptation, and I was so happy because like I've heard like mangas like Kingdom, which I've never read, but I've heard it's being compared to, and Kingdom apparently had a really bad adaptation. So it's like I'm happy that it was done justice,
Yeah, dude. It's Wit Studios, by the way. They're killing it. They're doing Attack on Titan. They've done The Great Pretender. They've done Seraph of the End too. I mean, they have a catalog of just great adaptations. What did you before you found anything out about this series, before you knew anything about it, like how did you find it? What did you expect going into it? Like, who told you about it?
Okay, so it was pure coincidence. I was watching one of Gigok's videos. Yeah,
Gigok.
I was watching one of his videos, and he made a video called Top 5 Mangas he thinks deserves an adaptation. And also 3 of the anime that he put on, or 3 of the manga he put on his list got adaptations. So it was pretty like literally right before all of that like skyrocketed in popularity. But Vinland Saga was one of them, right? You can't go wrong with Vikings, honestly. Like, I feel like you can't go wrong with Vikings, and I was like, this sounds super interesting. But he kept it like very like spoiler free. So I had like very like low expectations going into it, which I think that's always good to go into something with low expectations, because if you expect it to be like some like masterpiece and then you watch or you go and read it and it doesn't live up to it, then that series ruined for you a little bit already,
Yeah.
Totally.
Only so my anxiety doesn't keep bothering me the entire episode. Cody and Megan, you guys are recording your Zoom calls right now too, right? The Zoom screens. Okay, that was gonna bother me the whole episode. How did you guys? Because I'm
scared.
I'm so scared. This is the first time we've done anything like this, and so I'm like,
Oh yeah.
always on the verge of a mental breakdown. But how did you guys hear about this series, Megan and Cody?
You told us to read it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Here we go.
I
There
have
we
heard
go.
about it here and there in the anime community. I heard Vikings. Automatically my mind went to How to Train a Dragon. I don't know.
My God.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
good. I love those movies. Those movies are great.
Those are good
but-
movies.
Yeah, they're really good. So I
They
was
really
hoping if it was as good as this,
Doesn't he get a robot leg or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. In
That's
the
cool.
last movie, he's like fucked up.
Yeah,
Man. He's like more machine than man.
Yeah, he gets
That's
fucked
cool.
up.
He turned into a cyborg.
Oh.
That's what actually happened.
Yeah.
He loses more. Oh, does he get like a flaming sword hand?
Yeah, bro, that's what happens.
yeah.
For sure.
that-
Yeah,
Sure, buddy.
yeah.
Yeah, Cody, definitely.
I know
A
he has a flaming
actually-
sword.
Actually, his flaming sword hand is actually like Excalibur also. So they take it like, like they take a page out of like Soul Eater, and it's actually
Oh, wow.
Excalibur. So
Oh,
that,
shit.
Yeah, that's in like the 4th one, right? That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
and his
yeah.
kids
Like,
and like his
Cars
kids
2,
like
like-
what? Why did you pull out Cars 2? I'm so confused.
You know where like
Yeah.
Mater becomes like a spy, and you're like, what?
Oh, I love Cars too. You know that part where they're like, she comes out and she's like a car and she's like, headlights, monsieur. And he's like, what the fuck?
I'm gonna go on record and say it right now. The Cars franchise is the worst Pixar franchise of all time, other than The Good
Whoa.
Dinosaur. The Good
Yeah.
Dinosaur is trash.
That one was trash.
Was Airplanes a real movie, or did I dream that?
No, that was a real movie. I found
That was
myself
real?
enjoying it, but it was a fever dream for me too because I don't remember anything from that movie. So
That just happened.
I don't think Cars is a worse franchise, but I also don't think it's like top 10. Honestly, they ruined it with like Cars 3 and all that.
Yeah.
crap.
No, the first one is one and done. You don't need to go any further. Maybe for some shits and giggles, but
I thought Cars 2 was pretty good, but I mean, I didn't know we were talking about Pixar movie.
Yeah, welcome to the Pixar podcast. So Vinland Saga. Yeah, so for me, I've heard nothing but great things about this series from everyone. Literally everyone has told me to read this or watch this. I've seen clips of the animation and it is beautiful, but I wanted to read it. I wanted to see it for myself. There are differences between the anime and the manga. I think specifically just kind of how they choose to introduce storylines and how they open up the manga versus how they open up the anime. And I don't really know which one I prefer yet.
Can you remind me of? I mean, because it's been like at least a year since it's come out. So
yeah. So in the manga, we get a lot of Thorfinn. Am I saying that name right? That's how you
Thorfinn.
say his name, right?
It's Thorfinn. Yeah.
I thought it was Thor's.
No, that's
Thor's
his
is his
dad.
dad.
It's his dad's
that's
story.
his hot ass. That's his hot ass dad.
His fine
His
ass
Chad.
dad. His
Chad. Fucking
baby.
Chad.
Ooh, give me that Viking, baby.
Give me that dragon, you know?
Oh my god. That's his nickname, actually. That's actually his nickname in the.
Yeah, he has a
Oh
long
my
ship, and that's a
God.
euphemism.
Yes.
But
How
yeah,
to
so
Train Your Dragon is what they teach them when they enter puberty.
yes, exactly, dude. That's sex ed for them. How to train your
Yeah.
dragon.
Jesus, what a great job, Cody.
Oh yeah.
I
That
actually
was good.
commend you on that one.
That was
That's
good.
what he's here for.
I'm back,
Did
baby.
you drink another bang or what?
Yeah, did you have another bang in this intermission?
I had Chinese food, so it's pretty
Oh,
much
same
the
thing.
exact
Right?
same. Yeah.
Damages your heart.
Yeah, so in the manga, it's very Thorfinn heavy in the beginning. We get to see him and his captors invading. They're choosing who to side with in this kind of invasion between two battling, I guess not countries, but just groups of people. And then it cuts to the flashback of him as a kid, and then we get to see more of his dad and his village where he grew up. But in the anime, they skip all of that and they just go straight. They actually open with Thor's kind of escapades when he was a Viking, which
that was anime only, right?
yeah, in the manga, it's like it's hinted at that he's a warrior, but you don't know how badass he is. Everybody's kind of, there's like rumors, I guess, but then you see it in the anime.
Yeah, that's why it's such like a big like thing when I guess I can see why some people would not like that, because it kind of takes away from like the big reveal when the one scene happens. But I would argue I think the anime starts off a lot stronger than the manga. I think so, in my opinion. I
kind of agree. I mean, I kind of agree, but you do get to know Thorfinn more, and you get to see him be a badass like right away.
Yeah, but I think that's also a better. I think it's a better journey for his character in the anime when you don't know what the hell's going on. You know what I mean? Like you only know him as a kid when it first starts off. You don't know what he turns into. You know?
And as always,
different vibes of like seeing him as a fighter first and then as a child versus seeing him as a kid becoming a fighter. I don't know which one I like better.
I know, and
Me
it's
neither.
so cool to see both. If you're reading the manga and then you see the anime adaptation, you just know like, oh, shit's about to go down. He's gonna be a fucking badass, and it's almost like a little treat for like the manga readers versus like the anime watchers. But I don't know which one I like more either, because I like both of the paths from just watching the anime and reading the manga. So it was definitely a trip to see him, because like right out of the gate, and as always, this is going to be spoilers in this half for just volume 1, and then we might get a little bit past that in the back half of the episode, but these are going to be light volume 1 spoilers. He, in the very beginning, in the opening chapter, we see him with his captor basically bargaining. He wants something from him, and he says, okay, well, to get that thing, you have to give me the head of a commander, right?
Well, wait, hold on. I am so it's been, like I said, it's been so long. That's how the manga opens up.
Yeah.
Because that scene in the anime is like not even to like 5 episodes, 6 episodes in.
Yeah, they did the switcheroo.
Yeah, they did the old switcheroo.
The old switcheroo, giving me the red
You're given the battle and the fights, and you're like, what does he want? What does he want to pay a head for? Like,
yeah.
Cody, you know what he wants. You know what he wants.
He wants his dragon. That's what he wants.
Yeah, dude. I've never seen someone so desperate for head before.
There we go.
Josh looking in the mirror every morning.
Whoa.
Okay, Cameron. All right,
I had to.
Cody. High five Cameron in the camera.
I had to get my zinger in there, okay?
All right. Well, you're lucky it was a good one, dude. You're lucky it wasn't too far from the truth either.
I don't think at all far from the truth. I think
okay, jump on the bandwagon.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. But dude, that's how the manga opens up, and yeah, like I said, in the anime, it's all from his dad's point of view.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
Or his story.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think it's better as a manga reader. I think how they went about it both ways was really good, because as a manga reader, you see that's the first thing that you see, and it immediately draws you in because you're like, so this is what we're starting off with, right? But in the anime, they go about it totally different, and I think that's more. Actually, I don't know. I honestly cannot tell you. Honestly,
it's hard.
I don't know, because
it is really hard.
I feel like that animated in as the first thing that would have drawn a lot of people in, but also you would have had those people that like they've been like top 10 like anime first episodes that like threw you off guard or whatever, and like made you like, they were like, I hate the pacing of the show because it took so long to get to this part. You know what I mean? Like I think whatever both ways were done well. I think
it's like the same story, but you get a different experience. With the anime, it's more of like, oh, here's an adventure and a young boy and he wants to go on a new land. And in the manga, it's like, here's horrible stuff happening, and who's this guy? You'll find out.
I would have liked like a mix, maybe like a small snippet of him older, like just the beginning of him. He's like, you know what I want, just that part, and then it goes straight into him growing up. That would have been perfect.
Yeah, because revealing what it is he wants is like a moment that you wouldn't get in the anime.
Mm-hmm. You know what would have been cool, honestly? What they should have done both ways, where like it flashes back between Thorfinn and Thor's, right? Like when they're fighting. Like I don't know how much they showed in the manga of that scene. When is it just him talking to Askeladd, or?
Well, so the opening scene, like I said, is him talking to Askeladd, and then they have the whole battle, and he does bring him the commander's head.
Okay, so then I would have liked to see like it flashing back between both of them fighting, like to show the son and the dad's like both like their unique fighting styles. That would have been very dope.
Bro, that'd have been epic. Like, I don't know if you guys, I know Cody and Megan haven't really seen Naruto, but there's that fight between like Obito and Kakashi.
Oh my god, that's like such a beautiful fucking moment, dude.
It's such a well animated fight scene too, and it cuts between them as kids, and like they're fighting as kids, and it's intercut with them fighting as adults. So as like when they were kids, they were like training, but now
when Obito pulls his past self backwards. Basically saying like, I abandoned my past. I was like, damn, bro.
Dude, it was so amazing. And if they would have done something like that, dude, with Thorfinn and Thor's like intercut, like that would have been so fucking epic.
Yeah.
But this whole series is pretty epic. Just to walk through kind of volume 1. So it does open up with that scene.
Slow. It's pretty slow after that part. The first like, until you get to the part where they're like everybody's actually leaving for like the war, I guess, you know, then it starts picking up. But like that, where it's just Thorfinn as a child and Thor is talking and all that stuff. I mean, it was pretty slow, but it wasn't slow enough to where you're like, okay, can we get to like something actually happening? You know, it wasn't slow enough to where it ruined the series.
Yeah, and we do get to see, like, in the manga, we do get to see not only him bring the head of the commander in that whole battle, and we get to see that fat fuck, whoever he
Oh,
was.
I love him, Frogman.
The
oh,
Toad Man.
my
I
God.
was saying Toad.
He's Toad Frog. He's
Yeah.
he's so fucking funny. I love him.
He's the largest man. He has the largest mouth I've ever seen, and I've
He's
seen
like-
a lot of mouths. You know what I mean?
Okay.
After like the third shot of him like laughing with his entire mouth open, I was
He's
like, this has to be symbolism, I guess. This is-
Yeah, dude, he's a character, dude. That guy's fucking weird.
Oh yeah.
Nasty. But we see that whole interaction, the Vikings, and it's kind of like in the manga revealed to us that these people, this group of people, are Vikings, right? And in the first scene, everybody's calling them a different name, and then at the very end, when they're sailing away on the ships with the treasure that they've taken from the guy, they are revealed to be Vikings. There's this whole long message about them saying like, oh, they used to be called this, and then they were called, some people call them that, but we know them now as Vikings. And it's like this like beautiful opening. And then we see, after that, we see them go back to their base camp pretty much. And Thorfinn and Askeladd have their duel. And we get to see that pretty early on too.
Which can we just, like, without spoilers, can we just admire the great character writing of Askeladd?
Yes,
God,
dude.
Askeladd is such, like, especially when you see him adapted into the anime, you just see how much, like, you never. I don't want to spoil anything, but like he's like one of the most like antagonists that you actually like root for. It's so weird.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I felt that way too. I was just like, this guy's kind of cool. I know he did some fucked up shit, but
Yeah, he's the Viking.
But like, you know why he's doing fucked up shit, which is
because
like
he's a fucking Viking. Like,
bro,
what do you want from him,
bro?
What were you gonna say, Cody? He's the what?
Yeah, he's the Viking leader that the
of the
main guy
mercenaries.
wants.
Yeah, like those mercenaries.
Yeah, I was
And,
reading
like,
it. Go ahead.
Because where he's like challenged to a fight, and I like how they just imply that like, oh, this happens like often.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was reading it and I was like, am I supposed to love this guy? Because I do.
Am I supposed to hate him? Because it's having the opposite effect right now.
Yeah, I'm having.
I think I was like, I would definitely hate this guy if he killed my dad, but
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
but
pretty
I
cool
mean-
though. I don't know, dude. If he killed my
But
dad,
like,
I'd
if
be-
you think about it, though, right? I mean, okay, so we don't talk about spoilers because, like, without, it's kind of hard to review.
Well,
Finland
we
Saga.
can. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can.
Okay, well, can I just say like one line, like spoiler warning, like preface, right?
right.
It's so weird because like, you watch the whole progression, right? Thorfinn is literally only fueled by hatred for Askeladd after, killing his dad, right? But for me, what I saw for the relationship, it went from him manipulating Thorfinn to him, like, in a weird way, was his father figure. And that's why at the very end of the first volume, that's why he's so broken when that happens, because he's like completely lost without Askeladd. Askeladd has been his boss, has been like literally like the only person that's literally like taught him pretty much everything he knows without like directly like teaching him. So it's so weird seeing the two parallels of Thor's teaching and then Askeladd's teaching. It's such a good manga, bro. It's so crazy.
Yeah, dude, it's almost sort of like a Yondu Star-Lord situation.
yeah.
Just about to say that. Oh my god, you stole it right out of my mouth. I was just about to say that. He's like, I'm your daddy.
I'm your daddy, boy.
He might be your father, but he's not your daddy, boy.
He's not your daddy, boy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So perfect. Couldn't have said it better.
But the difference between that is I honestly don't think that Askeladd, I mean, I think maybe there's a part of him that like cared for Thorfinn, but at the same time, he was, at the end of the day, it was ends that like do the, what is it? What's the saying? Do the ends meet the
do the ends justify the means?
Yeah. It's basically like that. Like, I think that ultimately he was still using Thorfinn ultimately, which is like very fucked up to think about. But he only considered one person ever his like true friend, which is like fucking crazy.
Yeah, dude. It's wild. And we get to see their duel, and then after their duel is, I believe, when it cuts into the flashback, right, guys, where it goes back into his
you get a
childhood.
little scene of him like sulking after their duel. And
Right.
Like, yeah, he
So
always
cute.
sulks after. Every time he loses a duel to avenge his father, he's always like he always gets grumpy.
Yeah. Thorfinn's
He-
such
he
a
gives
cute little mad boy. He's just like like
Yeah, they treat it like a teenager throwing a little tantrum.
Because he
Yeah.
is. He is. That's what
Yeah.
he's doing.
He
Yeah,
also
and
tells
then,
that slave lady, he's like, I'm not like you.
oh,
Oh,
that
bro,
was fucked
that's
up.
so
scene-
aggressive, dude.
That
Like-
scene is so crazy because
Yeah.
the only it's so crazy to see basically what it's telling you is anytime you show kindness in the world, it's gonna get thrown back in your face. You can never really trust anybody. Basically, that's what I got from that scene. Well,
Yeah.
in that world.
And that's true.
I got
And
that.
that's just a fact.
I
And
got
that's just trash.
the fact that his dad was so adamant about not having slaves and being nice to slaves. You'd think that he would learn something from his fucking hot dad, and he didn't. And he didn't at all.
I never thought of that
if you
before.
think
That's
about it,
crazy.
Megan, if you think about it, his dad was only in his life for what, 5 years, 6 years?
I mean, sure, but even the sister was a little bitch. Like, why
Oh,
couldn't
no.
he have
I
The
slaves?
didn't-
sister
didn't
is
like the sister.
amazing.
I
I
did not
love
like
the sister.
The
You guys
mom
don't
and the
like
sister, the mom and the sisters, honestly, I was like, bro, can we just move on? Because I didn't really like the mom, not so much. The sister was kind of annoying. Like, she seemed like she was just there because, hey, this is Thor's sister, pretty much. Or this is Thorfinn's sister. That's her character to me. Like, she does nothing more than just a sister.
I thought she was so cool. Yelva, I think is her name, dude.
Yeah.
She's
Why is she cool?
Yeah, why did you think she was cool?
Bro, she was so funny, dude. She was the only one that, if you were actually in that position, she was the only one, with any sort of logical reasoning to anything. You know, she's when cutting to a little bit farther, when they find that slave buried under the snow, and then that chain guy comes to claim his slave. She's like, oh, no. We were just nursing him back to health for you. Isn't that such a nice thing for us to do? Like, look at how cool we are. She was trying to use logic and reasoning. And
Yeah, I was on her side in that whole fiasco as well.
Yeah. I mean,
of course, but she does like
she was-
slaves. So
well, everybody in that world, I think,
except for the dad, because he has a good heart.
And look what that got him.
exactly.
oof. You had to go there, Cody.
I
God
was
damn.
thinking that, yeah, he's oddly rude to slaves, even though his father loved them. But it's yeah, well, look what loving slaves got his father.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
Exactly.
I get very Kurapika
Oh.
vibes from
with
Thorfinn.
the-
Hold
Oh,
on.
and the chain, and the
With the-
chain,
with
and
the
the
ch-
chain.
with the
No,
chain?
yeah,
I
with the
was
chain.
thinking
With
with
the
the
chain.
chain, yeah.
Guys,
That's what
oh
I
my
wrote.
God, we are thinking about two different parts. Honestly, I'm thinking about the part where, remember, it's Thorfinn's been with the mercenary group for a while, and Thorfinn goes to scout out the village that they're about to
Yeah.
plunder, and then that one chick, that one mom takes him in and gives him combs his hair and gets all the stuff out and gives him something to eat, and then literally right after that she realizes that she just helped somebody that led every single person to die in their whole village. You remember what I'm talking about, right, guys?
I don't think I
I
Was
got
that
that
in
far.
volume 1?
I don't
Is-
think that was in volume 1. I think that
What?
might have been a little bit later. Yeah,
What?
dude, it's kind of all over the place,
Oh,
right?
I'm so confused then.
Yeah,
because
you spoke outside of volume 1. So
how does volume 1 end then? Because I'm
We're
so
gonna have to
confused.
end
So
this.
we're gonna have to end this call. Volume 1 ends with, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I believe volume 1 ends with those Vikings showing up for
Yes.
Thor's
Yes.
to take him to the battle against the English.
Yeah, because they came and slaughtered those people
Oh,
while
bro.
they were bathing and shit.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
the animes, the animes in the opposite order.
No, because that happens in the very beginning of the anime.
It's
Like-
in the second. It's in
Yeah.
the second episode. Beginning of the second episode is the end of volume 1. So that's when he's talking to him. and
dog,
stuff.
I am okay. Never mind then.
Yeah, it's just weird how they like rearrange stuff. It's just weird how
Yeah.
they chose to like
never
rearrange
mind
everything.
then. My bad. I just like.
Nah, dude.
I
It's all
thought
good.
that the volume 1 was literally where the anime ends. That's where I was. I was like, you guys like, you don't know anything then, and that's the case. Like,
No, we don't.
No.
Yeah, we read a little bit. I mean, I read a little bit past volume 1 just because I was so into it. But as
Yeah.
far as like to keep going chronologically, what happened after that was okay. So where we're at in the manga, where we were last was after the duel, he's sulking. Then it goes to him as a child. Now we're with him as a child,
Mhm.
and he has to we basically learn everything about his village and his family and yada yada yada. And
Leif
that's where.
Erikson.
Oh yeah, that
Oh,
guy's
yeah.
very cool too.
I like that guy.
Yeah, he's like, I'm like a warrior, but for adventure. And everyone's like, shut up.
yeah, yeah.
All the kids are just bullying the shit out of him the whole time.
Yeah. I like how he like met Native Americans though. That was cool.
Yeah, and he was like, and we met and we interacted peacefully. And I'm like, oh, a little fantasy.
He's
little
like, we got
fantasy
these
element."
pipes. We got this, hat, and they're like, cool. I think you're lying about everything though. It was pretty cool. But
Yeah,
yeah,
and we meet him, and I fucking love that dude too. That dude's fucking hilarious. And
Great
I
character.
hope
Great
that's
character.
that's one of the questions I'm going to ask you later is who we get to see more of, because I do feel like, and this could just be me projecting onto the series, but it does feel like a Game of Thrones-esque type of story where people can just die at any second.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
So I'm not necessarily going to ask you if he dies, but there are characters that I want to know if we see more of, or if they just kind of go do their own things. Because sometimes, like, it just seems like people are going to go off and take care of the shit that they have to take care of, and you're not going to hear from them anymore.
But I feel like I think that's good storytelling, because you don't want a lot of characters that you were like, sure, if you like the character, you're like, oh, I want to see more of, but you run the risk of them ruining the character for you that way.
exactly. That's why Hunter x Hunter is so good, because you don't get to see everyone doing all the shit at once. Like they take
Yeah.
breaks from characters and shit. So that's pretty cool. But I have a question.
What's up?
What about the sister?
Does she come back?
I
Like, do we see more of her? Is that what you're asking?
yes.
Um.
Oh God.
No, you don't. I mean, without spoiling anything. After Thor's leaves, right? Like after they all go on that journey, that their home like village or whatever is not brought up again. But you fill up, you understand why once you read more or you watch more, you'll understand why. But like that whole place, like a lot of the characters from the home village don't really get brought up until like halfway through the first season again.
Yeah.
And it's not like they're like forgetting about these characters. It's like there would be no purpose of showing them anymore because of like what's going on.
Right.
Like I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Right.
What's up, Cody?
Now, this is how did you guys feel about the OP for the anime?
I like it.
I liked it.
I like it.
I have mixed feelings.
I didn't expect that. It reminded me of the Hunter x Hunter one, and I don't know.
You
I
guys
expected more of like a Nordic like shanty.
You're
Yeah,
so
dude.
funny.
I wanted some fucking Nordic shit, bro. Not this like.
Yeah, it
I was trying to get Jackson to watch it with me. I was like, "Oh, it's an anime about Vikings. Vikings are cool, right?" And I was just like baiting him into watching it.
you're cool,
And-
right?
Yeah. And he like sits down and we're like kind of watching it, and the OP starts. He's like, "A Viking show has this type of OP too?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "It's fucking awesome."
Hell yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, this is anime
Bro,
for you.
it's a
not the
banger.
match."
It is a straight banger. The second one is good as well.
I like the ED.
The ending is good. Oh,
the ED is kind of what you want, Cody.
I like the second ending better than the first one. Because the
Really?
first ending is like very slow, right?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's like English, right? It's like
Yeah.
a
It's
woman
very-
singing in English.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
what I
cool.
would want more in a Viking
Yeah.
Thing.
I guess we just want two
What do
different
they
things in anime, Cody.
Yeah. This is where our
Yeah.
roads diverge.
Well, Josh,
Two paths
you
diverge.
also had an opinion on the OP. Why didn't you?
Oh yeah, dude, I didn't expect
Why weren't you
that.
jumping in?
Dude, because I wanted some, like you said, I'm on your side, which is rare, but yeah, I was on your side. I wanted some Nordic shit, but instead I got like this like hardcore death metal opening, and it wasn't even like hardcore death metal the entire time. It started off like beautiful. Yeah, and then it almost kind of turned and became like screamo, but I don't know. I mean, I didn't hate it, but it's not like it reminds me, obviously, like sometimes the show gives me like a little bit of Attack on Titan vibes. Like sometimes I don't know what it is about it. If maybe it's by the same studio, but
it's the way the main guy fights with 2 daggers and he spins.
Maybe, but
yeah, bro, it's actually Vinland Saga is actually a parallel between Attack on Titan. That's what it's actually. Eren and Thorfinn are actually like really like close mirror characters, dude.
You should wait and see the crossover episode that happens.
Oh,
dude.
hell yeah.
That's in volume 2.
Titans in Vinland Saga? Question mark.
Dude, Titans and Vikings. Now that's an anime that I'll watch.
They had giants in Viking lore, so.
Oh yeah, they did.
But I think I would argue that I feel like the first opening fits alongside Vinland Saga. Because like if you think about it, right? Screamo music, right? Berserkers, Vikings, that's literally what they are. They just for them to fight, they like I don't know what did they it's like they eat like some mushroom and it like basically
they tripped on shrooms and they wore animal hides.
Yeah. They were crazy. The fucking Viking lore is like it's so weird.
I would have liked I was like, I'm fine with this. I would have liked the screaming to just be more guttural instead of like, just like screamo.
I get what you're saying.
I would have liked a little
still
more
hardcore enough for it to like fit with the show. In my opinion.
Yeah, when I think of Vikings, I don't know, dude. Do you guys think that Vikings are like romanticized in history, or do you think like
they simultaneously are and then aren't?
It's like pirates.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't you think of like
just like knights too, like medieval times, knights are like, right now you think they're like, oh, like they've been romanticized, like they are honorable, very just, only think of the goal. No, these guys like literally were human filth. Like a lot of knights, like literally they didn't do their job. They only got knight ranks because they were royalty, and they like literally like straight up they raped like so many like girls for like just because they could do it. That's knights are
it's
horrible.
like if cops were only allowed to come from trust fund kids.
Exactly.
God, yes.
And wore armor.
It wore
like,
armor.
And armor.
Yeah. All you need is the armor.
I think like samurai also are romanticized. Theirs are more true, but like there's a lot of shit with samurais too. Like did you guys know that The Apprentice, literally like a lot of this, I'm being serious, this is an actual fact, that a lot of the master would like literally just like you, if you're an apprentice to the master, you are their bitch, like no matter what. Like they literally like they fuck these guys for like just because they could, because they could not.
That's how
it's so weird. Like there's so much weird shit with like.
That's how it should be. Is that what you were gonna say?
Is that what you're gonna say?
No, that's just how it always is. Like back to the ancient Greek times. That's how, if you wanted to learn anything, you had to.
Yeah, dude.
Get the D, bro.
The troll toll.
Yeah.
To get into that
troll
toll. Yeah, knights, pirates.
As a cobbler.
Yeah.
Like I'm just trying to learn. Yeah, I'm just trying to learn carpentry, dude. Why do you?
Oh, you'll learn carpentry.
Why are you making me do this to you?
You're gonna learn how to work with wood, boy.
Yeah. You're gonna meet.
There it is.
You're gonna meet my hammer. All right. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
You're gonna learn how to train my dragon before you.
Okay.
Here we go again.
That's not carpentry.
Here we go.
Okay.
And that's carpentry.
And that's carpentry for you.
But yeah, dude, I don't know. I think of like raping and pillaging when I think of Vikings, you know.
Oh, okay,
and,
yeah.
Well,
what I have seen, it's like that's Vikings used to be like the raping and pillaging, and then people came out and were like, well, also they were like they were gender like even. I don't know what the term for that is.
Gender equal.
Equal.
Yeah.
That's like a
Wow. It's weird that Cody doesn't know the word for equality. That's
It's so weird.
It's so hard to get out of his fucking mouth. He was like,
yeah.
Women, men on the same level.
Well, I'm talking about a barbaric way of life, so it's a little.
But like it's crazy because in their society, right? Like women are like on the same level as the men. Like it's like you have to earn what you get here. It's like just because you don't just stay inside the house. Like you're out here fighting and pillaging for the same shit we are. And that's so cool because like a lot of the women like were a lot more capable in some sense in fighting than men were too. I would assume that they were a lot more agile and
nimble.
in battle. Yeah.
Nimble. You can go under people, cut them up, you know?
But also they probably just training against the guys, which you get hit by one of their shields, you're probably just knocked out for a couple of hours. I would assume so. I mean, you guys were savages.
Not me. No.
No, not you, Megan.
Not Megan. Yeah.
I didn't know we were talking about you, Megan, but sure.
Oh no. Yeah. I get every week. Me and Josh and Cody, we all go in his front yard and
we do battle.
And we do battle.
LARPing. I see. I get you.
No,
we
not
should
LARPing.
do
We
LARPing.
do battle.
I want to LARP so bad.
Yeah, we know. We
I
use
want to go to
real
a Renaissance
weapons.
fair.
Oh yeah.
Oh, me too.
Hashtag
You guys have never been to a Renaissance fair before?
I've never done anything. No.
Not me.
Well, yeah, that makes sense, but yeah, Renaissance fairs are the shit, dude. I've been to a Renaissance fair. I've been like 4 times, man. I love it. Like the first time I think I went normal clothes, and then the second and third time I dressed up.
What did you dress up as?
I like the insult of like, yeah, you've never been to a Renaissance fair. I go to Renaissance fairs all the time, and I was like, wait, that's not cool.
That's not the point. You shouldn't be happy about that.
Cool guys don't go to Renaissance fairs.
We sit at home and play Watch Dogs.
Wow.
Watch Dogs 3 is good. I didn't play the first 2, but the third one I really like.
I haven't played any of them.
And that's the video game section of the podcast.
Just in my because also Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So there we go.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
From what I can tell, Vikings were starting to get romanticized when bringing up that like they had equality in like these aspects and stuff, and they're starting to get demonized now. I think because people aren't happy with how romanticized they're getting.
People aren't happy with a lot of things. Okay, they just want something to shit on.
Exactly.
Yeah, everybody's looking for anything to shit on, literally anything. But I'm surprised no one shit on Vinland Saga yet for not being historically accurate, because it seems like something
supposed to be.
No, but it seems like something someone would complain about. I don't know.
This actually wasn't a good depiction of Vikings because in chapter 40 they specify that. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Like a little too good at that.
I can't go any further.
The manga opening with the guy with the 2 swords and he's like doing the spin dashes and stuff helped, because I was like, oh, so this isn't supposed to be like realistic. It's
right. Well, I mean, and that kind of like brings us back into where we're at in the manga about it not being realistic. The guy, they find a slave, right? The slave ends up being from a local or nearby village, and the slave owner comes to claim him. And this guy loves chains, dude. This guy was a rapper in a past life because he loves chains, dude.
Oh yeah, S&M.
Dude, he's got it wrapped around his arm. Pretty badass. Yeah. And then
Did you say he was a rapper in his past life?
Yeah. I don't know how that works, but
his future life versus
his reincarnation was a rapper.
This guy is going to be a rapper in one of his future incarnations for sure, because he loves chains.
Because he loves chains. And his boat could be called a whip, a nice whip,
Oh, nice one, Josh. Nice one, Josh.
I like how dedicated he was to the whole chain thing. He was like, slaves love chains, and he's like not really good at using a chain as a weapon. And he was like, man, he was really dedicated to doing the metaphor. Yeah,
he's like, chains are my thing now. They're my identity.
That guy was crazy. Yeah. He went, "Oh, you're not even fighting yet. You're gonna start a fight. I'm about to wrap this fucking
Dude,
Rip your fucking face off.
that scene. Okay,
That was
dude,
scary, dude.
in the manga versus the anime, I will say in the anime it was far more gruesome than it was in the manga. Bro, it was so intense in the anime. Like I almost had to look away, dude, because he like wraps this dude's face and just rips the flesh and fucking hairs off of him to the point where there's still hairs stuck in the chain and like chunks of flesh.
And he was just so like,
gross.
he just looked at it, he was like, oh, I am gonna hate to clean that up later. He's like, oh, okay, yeah. Not that the fact that you just tore off someone's face.
Bro, to go back to the fight that was about to break out, he was just like, you cut my arm off. He's like, well, you cut my brother's leg off. And it's so funny. Like, this is Viking shit right here. You know, that's what they fucking fight about. Love that.
That's a classic blood feud situation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not gonna be happy until I get your leg. It's like, dude, you got his arm, all right? Like,
let it go.
That's what. Because I know that's like a thing in old Middle Eastern countries where they had like blood wars, and it was like, well, I owe you. Will you kill my brother? So I'm gonna kill your cousin. Will you kill my cousin? I'm gonna do it. And eventually, they just had to have a meeting, and it would be decided like, okay, you owe him exactly one cousin. You owe him 2 sheep, and we're done.
Look, man,
and it's over, and the blood feud is over now.
I think that's pretty fair, pretty civilized.
That's fair.
Yeah, no,
that's fair.
It's just eventually they're like, okay, someone comes like, we have to like have a meeting.
All right, look, man, there's enough family members dying on each side. Okay.
I think they should.
Well, okay, that was it. We're done. All right, time out. No.
Yeah, I think they should change that saying an eye for an eye. It should be an eye for an eye or a leg or an arm. You know, it's all equal to me, dude.
Or a dragon.
Oh my God, here we go again.
Here we go. Leave it up to Megan. But yeah, dude. So then we meet that guy and shit gets handled really quick. And that section of the manga really lets you in on Thor's character and how like he's just like a really good dude because he buys this slave for a shitload of sheep, which is a lot to them. And then the slave ends up dying. I do love the line too.
Yeah. I tried counting all the sheep he sold, but I fell asleep.
Oh God! Wow!
I
that was good.
Hate it and love it at the same time.
God,
love it.
But yeah, dude, there's that dope ass line when he's walking away and he's like, "Do you think that you've broken his chains, or do you think you've like unchained him?" Basically saying like, do you think you've saved him from something? Do you think he's no longer a slave to something?
No.
And then he fucking dies. The slave dies.
He died a slave. Like he.
I'll be honest. Free. Like I was thinking that what the dad is doing is nice, but I'm like that's not worth 8 sheep.
Yeah, dude.
It was to prove to his family, like I think he did want to set an example for like his daughter who wants a slave and his son who also may or may not want a slave at this young age. I don't know what 6-year-olds want in fucking Viking times, but he's like, I'm going to buy this person because he needs to be free or at least die a free man or whatever. And he wanted to set an example for his wife and children to be good fucking people as much as you can as a Viking, I guess.
Yeah, dude. And like I said, it really tells you like who he is. He didn't do it because he wanted to save the guy. I mean, the guy was going to die and he probably knew that the guy was going to die, but he did it for the gesture. He did it, for this.
What if he did it?
Was like symbolic. Yeah, what if he did? He's like, God damn it.
Damn, I just lost a slave, bro. I sold 8 sheep for you, bro.
I was going to have him just raise more sheep for me.
God fucking damn. I actually think slaves are great. Imagine he thinks that in his head.
He's just trying to sound big.
He would never, Thor's would never say anything like that, by the way.
No.
He's a hunk and heart of gold.
The greatest man alive, honestly. Well, actually, not alive.
Oh, fuck. You had to go there.
Look, man, I just be historically accurate, okay?
Damn.
And then
I respect that.
After all the slave stuff happens, then the other Vikings, I forget what their name is. I can look it up right now, but they come into town, into the village to basically recruit Thors to come help them. And that's when, at least in the manga, we really see how badass Thor's is, because like I said before that, it's just kind of alluded to, but he's like one of the most badass of the badasses. Yeah, and
Oh yeah, what's his name? It's like Thor's the troll.
the troll,
The troll, yeah.
which would be a great name for Cody. I feel like, you know, Cody the troll.
Nah, goblin.
Yeah.
Goblin.
Mm. You're right.
No, I'm
You're
saying
right.
because he likes Goblin Slayer. That's why. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, Cody.
All right. I'll take it.
What
Yeah, this
our
is great.
Viking sonas are mystical.
Ooh,
creature
that's
sonas.
fun. What would your Viking sona be, Josh?
Gotta think about that, dude.
Vikings.
Josh the Mage.
My Viking Sona, let me think. My Viking Sona would be Josh the Mage. I don't like that. It'd be maybe Josh the
Squire.
Josh the Mystical.
The mystical.
Mm.
Yeah. What are your
Okay.
powers?
I mean, my power is my fists, dude. These two fucking
This guy. This
clubs
guy.
right here, dude.
Yeah. Oh,
He
I'm
puts sparkles
shivering.
on his fist. to
shivering
dazzle.
right now.
What would yours be, Cameron?
Oh my god, I don't know. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know what what is a Viking soda.
Your
We do
Viking
sonas.
name.
Yeah, your Viking name.
Cameron the Week.
No.
I was gonna say Cameron the Conqueror.
Oh
Ooh.
shit! I'll take the Conqueror.
I was gonna say Cameron the Uncrushable is what I was.
Whoa. Whoa,
Uncrustable.
Uncrustable. Hey, I
Cameron
like
the
me some
Uncrustable.
Uncrustable today.
Yeah,
Let me-
there
Okay,
we
what
go.
are you? What are you? Grape jelly or strawberry jelly for their Uncrustable?
I've only ever had the grape jelly, but I prefer strawberry jelly on like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Okay.
Disagree.
Okay, hold on.
Oh.
Are you a crunchy or creamy though?
Crunchy.
Yes.
Crunchy all
Peanut
the
butter?
way. Crunchy,
Yes.
yes.
Crunch.
peanut butter,
I need some seeds. Yeah.
Yeah, I need some like it's kind of like with orange juice, like pulp orange juice. Like,
Love pulp.
I just kind of need something in there, you know?
Yeah, but I'm a smooth guy. All right, I'm a creamy guy. You know.
You can't be
No,
both.
we don't
bro.
like when you say that. We don't like.
I'm
I'm
a
a
creamy
smooth
guy.
I'm a smooth creamy guy. Can't you tell?
Yeah,
There you go. Josh the
Yeah.
Creamy.
Yeah, my Viking Sona is Josh the Creamy.
Josh the creamy man.
Oh God.
Megan, what's
Yeah, what would I
yours?
be? I don't know. Megan the.
Slave owner.
Yeah.
I don't want.
Like you do not want to cross her.
Megan Thor's baddie.
Oh, I'm fucking dead.
Ooh.
She doesn't
Megan
even
the-
have a name. Her name is Thor's wife. That's it.
Thor's
Yeah.
wife.
He's
Megan
like, you can't just call yourself that. I gotta decide my name. That's my name.
Yeah, and Thor, in this universe, Thor's like, you're not my wife. Stop calling yourself that.
I'm like, please.
We own you
That's
as a
my name.
slave. Go shovel some poop. What are you doing?
I love you.
Megan the Menacing, maybe.
Oh.
Jojo right now.
I like
Menacing.
that. I
Menacing.
like that. That's
What about you, Cody?
Yeah, what about
Cody
Cody?
the Swift.
Cody the Swift. But you don't like how unrealistic his twirls are, so that doesn't count.
Cody the coherent.
Well, I don't like it because he's better at
Here.
them than me.
Ah, I see. So it's jealousy for you, huh?
Of course.
Cody the jealous. That's what I'm hearing.
Oh.
Yeah, it could
Yes.
be Cody the Cripple or something like that.
Cody the cringy.
Cody
Cody the cringy.
the cringy
Cody
cripple.
I'll take the
Cringy.
crippler and I'll cripple
The
your goddamn legs.
crippler.
I said Cody the coherent. You're there.
That's pretty good.
At least.
Yeah.
You're
You're
there.
there on the head.
I'll take the coherent and I'm like,
Yeah. Go
I
get
like
'em,
the
boys.
crippler. Like me, yeah, like you said, maybe you cripple people.
yeah, emotionally.
Yes.
Physically.
And now we're getting into
Seriously.
real life. And now we're getting into real life. What happens after that, guys? I think as far as like volume 1 goes, I think that's
That's-
pretty much where it ends. So if you
Yeah.
have any questions for Cameron about the rest of the series, we can give a little spoiler warning for past volume 1, but I think that requires a sound of sorts.
Are we gonna discuss spoilers?
It's spoiler warning.
Oh my god.
I said warning. I should have said time, but that was good enough.
Yeah,
I liked it.
Still.
You still
Nice.
knocked it out of the park, dude.
Very nice.
Thank
I
you.
was impressed. Wait, are we watching Brave?
I will shoot for my own hand.
God.
You know, that's such a hard accent for me to do for whatever reason. I like British accent, I could do it all day, baby, but that Scottish accent is so hard.
Yeah, it's a hard accent to channel, especially when I'm talking about Vinland Saga. It just comes out to me.
Comes
Ah,
out to me. That's so
Yeah.
good.
comes out to me.
Comes out to me. Yeah, you just I imagine Megan picturing Shrek every time she's
Oh
Oh.
yeah.
She
Like,
said,
it's definitely in my mind like accent.
Jesus Christ.
So do you guys have any questions for Cameron about the rest of the series after volume 1?
Well, I asked mine about the sister, if we would end up seeing any of her
I
again.
mean, you really don't, if
Yeah.
I'm being real.
Yeah, I
Like-
thought it would be like, oh,
like-
she'd come out and be like, oh, I'm a Viking too, and I'm gonna kick ass. Like, I thought that would be the type of thing, but that's kind of a bummer that you're saying that doesn't really
Yeah.
happen.
What about-
is the story mostly about the kid, or does he like eventually form like a tight group with some people that like?
That doesn't
Also
happen
that-
until like the second arc, which is like not covered in the anime. It's his
Oh.
journey. It's in his journey to, like get revenge. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, so it's mostly about him.
Yeah, but like at the end of season 1, like it changes like drastically, and
Oh,
it's honestly a pretty good parallel between what he thinks at the very beginning and what happens at the very end of the first season. Pretty good.
What about Leaf? That guy Leaf. Do we see more of him?
You do, but you do not see until like I'd say like episode like 14, 16.
Yeah, well,
He
'cause
comes back into the story, but
yeah, he leaves, right? Because he's gonna go trade the
Bless
bless
you.
you, Cody.
Thank
He
you.
was gonna go trade the like wool and stuff for wine because he's gonna celebrate Jesus Christ's birthday. So they celebrate Christmas.
I mean, that dude's a hardcore Christian
Pagans?
or Catholic or something, dude.
Yeah, Pagans? Question
he
mark?
Said he said Christian. He said, "I need wine to celebrate Jesus Christ's birthday."
oh yeah.
Oh, so this is
unrealistic.
yeah. I was like after Christ. I don't know.
Oh, this is after the Lord, our Savior.
Yeah.
So Jesus Christ exists. No, nor is God, huh? All right.
Yeah, no
Exactly.
Norse gods, just
No, I guess.
good old fashioned Jesus.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ. He's
Jesus
the
Christ. I guess one of my questions for you is like, what about because I know you do love the series, and I think it goes without saying. Like for me, obviously this series is epic. It's amazing.
It gets way better from volume 1. If that's all they cover in volume 1, it's like literally like not even like that's not even like 90. Like that's not even 1% of what is like to come of that show. Like it's so crazy.
What I like about the manga, at least even in volume 1, is just like how the creator is able to capture like the scale of everything. Everything just feels so epic and grandiose, and the way that they handle the battles and everything. Like I feel it. It feels fucking real, and the stakes feel real. What are some of your like overall, and this goes for past volume 1, including the anime, like what are, Cameron, some of your favorite things about Vinland Saga? And if you had to choose something that was your least favorite thing about it, not necessarily something you hate, but just not your favorite thing about it, what would those things be?
Okay, well, is this including spoilers or no?
Yeah, we're in the spoiler half now, so
I know, but I don't want to spoil the series.
But if it's like if it's a big thing, I mean, maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I would
tread
say
lightly.
I would say for one of my favorite things is the story, like the storytelling and the character writing, because Askeladd grows like exponentially. You find out his backstory and everything, and you understand why he does what he does. And at the same time, like he's also like still like a badass, but like it paints it in a light where he's not like, they're not like glorifying him to be like a good guy or whatever. Like he's very much an asshole still, but like he like forces you to respect him, which is like fucking crazy, especially for an antagonist. standpoint,
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things about the show. I would say something I didn't like. There's not a lot. There's one thing I didn't really like, but it's kind of just a nitpick, but I can't say it because it's a big spoiler pretty much for the first season. So I can't tell you that,
Okay.
You just know, like, it's pretty flawless in my opinion for the first season at least.
Yeah. Megan and Cody, what were some of your favorite things and least favorite things about Volume 1? And Megan, you saw 1 or 2 episodes of the anime?
So I pretty much stopped just because I didn't have enough time. I stopped at the beginning of the second episode, which was the end of Volume 1. So pretty much I saw where they kind of like nitpicked from him being a child into when that guy comes to say, hey, you're pretty much going to have to fight in this war. And then you find out that he's like a abandoner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yeah. So that's interesting. But that's where I pretty much end, because the beginning of second episode is when he's talking to him. He's trying to make a decision. I didn't want to watch anything else until then. But I wrote down, I didn't have anything bad to say about either the manga or the anime, because I did like the two perspectives that it gave, and it really like opened my mind more to what the story could be and its like journey. So that's cool. I think that was my favorite part, honestly, going through both of them and seeing both directions that it went through, and they did it, I mean, very well. It's very rare that you see a huge time change in a anime adaptation that is like actually like fine and not like so out of place and like so stupid and like why would they start it there. So I was pretty impressed.
Yeah. Cody, what about you? What did you really like or dislike about the series?
I really like the part, like, for that battle where they're like choosing sides. It's not that they're not picking like the good guys. They're just picking whoever they think they can make the most money off of.
Yeah.
So like off the bat in the manga, at least, you're like, okay, so this isn't about like heroes. This is about like people fighting
and surviving. Yeah.
Surviving
Vikings.
and raiding and Vikings and Vikings.
Vikings.
They don't romanticize it in the sense that like they pick the underdog and they help win the day, and they come in, they save everyone. They're like, we'll fight for you guys.
Yeah.
And I didn't see enough of it to have a least favorite part.
Yeah, I think like just to reiterate, I mean, kind of what you guys said. I mean, yeah, to me, this series is it's epic. It's the scale of it. It's such a huge show, but it's done so well. It's like the way that the creator is able to, like Cameron said, give you characters that are so fleshed out that you connect with immediately. And not only do you connect with them immediately for all their flaws, but they continue to grow and change, and you believe it like during every step of the way. When you're dealing with like such a big scale and a large world, like you run the risk of like, certain characters taking back seats or not being completely fleshed out. But it felt like everybody who had any screen time or had any, a large chunk of panels on a page at any given moment, like they were all fleshed out, and I loved all of them, and I got a sense for who they all were. And like Cody said, like I loved that this isn't a story about heroes necessarily. It's about Viking shit. And Thorfinn's such a cool main character, and his fucking hot ass dad is such a cool character too. And I mean, I would say if I had to nitpick and pick something I didn't like, it was just that there's no real, I would have liked there to have been maybe some consistency between the manga and anime and like how they started, because it is kind of all over the place. I do agree with what Megan said too about even if they would have included just the smallest like scene of Thorfinn older and then cut to his childhood, that would have been cool. They started it at kind of a weird place, but I also don't hate that. It's just like if I had to pick one thing that I wasn't a huge fan of, it'd be that. But I also love both versions of it, and I know I like one more than the other. But I can't really say which one. I think I would have loved a combination of the two. Maybe showing less of Thorfinn in the beginning, but still showing him, and then also showing some of Thor's escapades too at the same time. Like Cameron said, cutting between them fighting his son and his dad. That would have been cool. But yeah, this series is like so amazing. I can't wait to continue to read it. I literally the copy I have is like volumes 1 and 2 together combined.
Nice.
And I'm gonna finish that, and I'm gonna keep watching this anime. It's so well done. Wit Studios fucking knocked it out of the park again. It's fucking beautiful.
It's
man.
beautiful. Like it's absolutely beautiful. I'm super
Absolutely.
excited to keep watching it. When did it come out? When did the anime adaptation come out?
I'm
Because
pretty sure it was 2019.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
2019. The series,
Yeah.
the manga series, actually was first published in 2005.
wow.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
wow.
it is, I think it's over now. I think it just recently concluded with 23 volumes, and that was in 2019. And so the anime adaptation, it got an anime adaptation at the end of its run. But
And I heard
yeah.
it's really it's done very well. Like everyone I've heard about, who
Yeah.
likes it. So hopefully we get a season 2 sometime soon.
Oh no, I think it already got confirmed for season 2.
yeah, I think
Oh
it is.
really?
I
Oh
think
okay,
it's
that's
confirmed
good.
for season 2.
I
I mean,
mean-
it's a no-brainer.
Josh, I think I feel like we have kind of similar tastes, especially for this manga. I think I enjoy the second arc a lot more than the first arc, and that's saying something.
Right.
But because it's like 10 times slower, and like in terms of like battles and all that, there's like none of that in the second arc, because like it takes battles take a backseat for character development.
I love
more.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Mm.
it introduces some new characters, but it also like shows you like the shit like PTSD that comes with like battles like this. You know what I
Ooh.
mean? Like shit. It's but that's the second arc, and you'd probably have to read. You're gonna have to read the manga before the second season comes out. But it was
Cody?
so good, man.
Cody?
So do we see more of that Toad guy, or is?
Oh yeah. That's a
No,
very important
no.
question.
I
need more Toad guys.
After that, no, you don't really see it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my heart.
Yeah, good. Fuck that guy.
Fuck.
Well, I was
that guy.
hoping he would die or something. You know?
I like him. I like. You know what was a bummer though? I wish this had a dub, because I know there'd be some dank ass accents in the dub.
Oh yeah, it'd be tight. if there
Oh,
was
that
a
would be
dub.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I love watching like specific anime. I love watching a dub for it. Like Yuri on Ice is a perfect dub example, because like all of them are different nationalities and from different places. So obviously they're not going to have like, they're obviously not going to speak
American
Japanese
accents, yeah.
or be, Japanese voice actors are going to have a Russian accent or a German accent.
Yeah.
So that would be cool to
Are
see.
they
this and make a
having-
dub.
Do you think the Japanese voice actors did like a Viking accent in the anime?
There's
that's
one of the characters. It definitely is like, it doesn't sound Japanese for sure. Like one of the main characters that you guys haven't met yet in Volume 1 is
Yeah,
like,
it seems like they're all just doing standard anime voices for the most part. But yeah, I haven't met that character yet.
yeah.
And I do think the dub would be fucking epic if they had all these like crazy accents. But I think it goes without saying that we all highly recommend Vinland Saga. I'm sure Cameron, having
Yeah.
read and seen more of it, recommends it even more so. But yeah, is there any final thoughts before we wrap it up on Vinland Saga? Just trying to maybe convince someone who's on the edge still.
Do it.
Yeah, do
Read
it. Do it.
Read it.
Either-
Watch it. Whatever.
Yeah. Either or, you're gonna have a good time, and if you want to, I mean, maybe just if you watch the anime first and get to the
Yeah.
first season, and then jump into the manga, because it's already order anyway. So you
Yeah.
if you watch the anime first, you kind of get that, childhood stuff, and then you could just go to where the anime ends to the manga, and then just catch up there, and then wait for
Yeah.
the second season. That would be probably a good way to do it. But either
Mhm.
or, it's great.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Vinland Saga, definitely check it out. And if you have already seen it, then let us know what you think. And if you did decide to check it out because of us, because of something that we said, then let us know what you thought about it too. Cameron, before we go though, I do want to ask you, because you have obviously great taste in
Of course.
anime.
Yeah. Of course, me. Fucking
Yeah, dude. Cameron's got
pinnacle taste.
Yeah, it's the pinnacle of taste in anime. What are you watching right now or reading right now? Something that you recommend highly to people?
I've just recently got the Shonen Jump app, and I started reading. It's called like It's called Blue Flag. It's a manga that's it only has like 26 chapters out. Do you want me to give like what it's about so far?
Sure.
I've only started reading like the first 10 pages of the first one. So far, it seems guy. Oh, well, let me tell you what he starts off with. The first page literally is the definition of down bad. He literally says, it's the age-old question: do you save your best friend or your love? And he goes, well, me personally, it doesn't matter because I don't have either. And I was like, I was like,
nice.
Christ.
Yeah, Cody, get that on a T-shirt, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, this is
also you too. What do you mean, Leo? What love interest are you saving?
What are you talking about?
Okay,
I'm
right,
Josh's
dude.
love interest. What are you talking
well,
about?
That's
yeah.
true.
Cody meet Cameron. Cameron meet Cody. My love interest.
Exactly. And I'm his best friend too, so it doesn't matter. I'm getting saved.
Yeah, he's getting saved either way.
As for what I'm
Separated on
watching,
opposite worlds.
Who's the apprentice, though?
The apprentice.
ooh, bad callback. As for
I
what
just
I'm
got
watching,
that.
Jesus, Cody. As for what I'm watching, right now, seasonal wise, I'm watching Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm very interested in that. And I just finished. I told you guys this like the other day, but I just finished Diamond No Ace, the sports anime about baseball.
Oh yeah, you watched 700 episodes in like 3 days.
No,
or
not
something.
700. Jesus. 177.
Oh,
Bro,
right,
can you imagine? Damn, I would have like steamrolled One Piece in just one go if that was the case.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But Diamond No Ace, I would recommend. It's very, very, very good. It's, in my opinion, the best sports anime I've ever seen. I've watched all of Haikyuu so far. So I mean, like it's really good. If anybody's wants to check out a sports anime and you're not judgmental about what sport it is, I would say check it out. It's very good. I heard the manga is pretty good too, so give it a watch or a read.
Dope.
And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Dope.
Nice.
Awesome, man. Well, I think that's gonna do it for the episode. Let's give a round of applause for Cameron, huh? Thanks for coming on, dude.
Thank you for having me. Do you want me to plug some of our stuff real quick?
Yeah, dude, plug away.
Okay.
You can plug in Volume 1 if you want. Or...
So make sure you guys go check out Volume 1 on YouTube, on Instagram, and all of their other platforms. They have really good anime taste and manga taste, I would say.
Yeah, dude.
As for us, I'm part of anime podcast and group called Baka Boys. You can check us out on YouTube, Baka Boys Podcast, Twitter, Baka Boys. I know my co-hosts Buckshot and Tech Crusader both have their individual YouTube channels that they posted videos on. I have not posted my first video, so don't go check out mine yet. But go check out our stuff. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, and please, it would mean a lot for you guys to go subscribe to our stuff and check it out.
Yes, definitely subscribe to the Baka Boys, dude. They're so funny. Their sketches are funny. Their podcasts are funny. They're just a group of fucking dope ass dudes, dude. And
just a couple of guys being bros.
I love some dope ass dudes, dude. So yeah, subscribe to Baka Boys if you haven't already. And if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, what are you doing? Subscribe to this channel too, dude.
What are you doing, man?
What are you even doing? But that's it. Thank you guys for watching and listening and all that good stuff. Thank you for also just dealing with the Zoom situation that we're in right now. Hopefully it will only be for a couple episodes, like 1 or 2 episodes, but you can also check out our other collabs that we have with the Baka Boys, the Baka Boys podcast that we did, the tier list videos that we did. You could check those out on either part 1 on our channel or part 2 on our channel and part 1 on their channel, but there will be links to the description below for all of that good stuff. Thank you guys again for watching and listening. I guess it's time to get out of here on our outro that's always the same and never changes, which this week is going to be
Happy Leif Erikson Day.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Don't forget to train your dragon.
Don't forget to train your friend's dragon. You know what I mean?
I like Cameron's.
I like Cameron's. Yeah.
I like Cameron's. Okay. Thank you as always for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out Baka Boy. Subscribe to that channel as well. And until next time,
Don't forget to train your friend's dragon. Jesus Christ. All right.
Yep.
Bye.
Nailed.
Bye.
Were you dabbing?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's dabbing.
Oh, so fast.
Jesus, look at her go.
Look at her go.